everybody, it's Freddie here, and sitting at home on a rainy, yucky, icy day. And finally I have some time to tell you about my 10-day Purium cleanse. So, of course, Bruno's keeping me company. We'll see how long he lasts without barking at the neighbors or something. So, I just wanted to first talk about cleanses really quickly. I will try to make this as quick as I can, this video. I may make this in 2 parts so that you can watch a little easier. And YouTube has a time limit, and apparently I am too long-winded for this one. So, basically, I did this cleanse now because, of course, the holidays, I feel like I needed it, like most of us feel like. But normally I do a cleanse every fall and again every spring. I do this because I have severe allergies, asthma, and a few other inflammatory response things that go on. So when I cleanse, I feel better afterwards. And I've done this since I was in my early 20s, late teens, early 20s. I spent most of my youth very sickly with migraines, asthma, and allergies, and on repeated numerous medicines on a daily basis, and ultimately went down the natural path of things and was able to get off all of that. So when I saw a homeopath, one of the key things that we did that he wanted me to do was cleanse. And there's all kinds of cleanses, and I can just tell you that I recommend them. I am a big advocate of them. I know there's a lot of controversy over the cleanses, but all I can tell you is my own personal experience. I feel a greater sense of clarity in my thinking after I've cleansed. My energy is usually exponentially better. Now, my energy is pretty good normally because I do a lot of key crucial supplements along with juicing in my diet. So, and that makes a very big difference. But my energy is greater after a cleanse. Skin issues. We are prone to, myself, my daughter, we're prone to eczema, food sensitivities, things like that. So after a cleanse, a lot of that, any of that that might be there clears up. That's a biggie. Better sleep. There's just a lot of reasons. Better digestion, too. For those of you who are out there who, you know, get bloated really easily, chances are you have a food sensitivity. It may or may not be because you're eating too much. It might be because of how you're eating and what you're eating. So when you take a break, and you know, basically you're giving your body a break when you cleanse, and you're helping it regroup, and you're giving a boost to the immune system and multiple different things. So there are many types of cleanses. I have done many of them, from olive oil and cayenne pepper and lemon juice to, I mean, I can tell you I've tested them all, or most of them. You know, to juice-only cleanses, fasting where it's a water-only kind of a thing, just to give every system a break for 24 to 48 hours. I know some people do it longer. I don't particularly feel comfortable with that. As a nutritional therapist, I believe and in my research and in my learning and in my experience feel that you don't want to deprive the body too long of anything. Giving it a break is a good thing, but you also need to nourish your body so that it can do what it needs to do. And your body's detoxing on its own all the time anyway. The reason for doing a separate cleanse is to give it a boost and give it a break, because it's working so hard. And most of us, even when we're health conscious, even when we're vegan, even when we're you know, we look at things, we buy things that are organic, even when we do that, we are still taking in a lot of pesticides, a lot of residual chemicals. Stress is a chemical. I don't know anybody without any of that. And our lifestyles nowadays, lack of sleep, there's so many things. So sometimes your body just kind of needs a break. So anyway, enough on cleansing, just to give you guys some motivation as to why. Now, a nice sidebar benefit with cleansing is that typically if you have weight to lose, you'll lose a little weight. And it really is very different how much for each person. Normally when I do our 7-day cleanse, which I also love, there's a lot more food preparation in that one. That's why I opted not to do that this time, because my schedule was just so bad and I couldn't wrap my brain around where I was going to squeeze in all of that. That was one of the huge things that appealed to me to this. And I couldn't really take the middle of the cleanse off. So normally in a cleanse, I get a massive headache and I wind up with acne. It clears up. Usually, it usually happens around day 3, day 4, and then by day 5 and 6, I feel like $1 million. Like I feel just incredibly great. But I didn't have that middle time to take off, but I still wanted to do the cleanse. So this one is a little bit more gentle. It's 10 days. I did not experience any of the massive headaches or the massive acne issue or anything like that. I did have a patch of, I'm jumping ahead here, but I did have a patch of eczema pop up, and the eczema has then since started to subside, which was the toxins, I'm sure, coming out. I had a couple little pimples, but nothing major at all. So it was a gentler cleanse, slightly longer. The cleanse itself is flooding your body with nutrients, really top-notch nutrients, which I'll share with you when I show you the products. So anyway, I kind of got off track, but I feel better from this. I did lose 8 pounds, and I have to tell you I did this wrong. All of my knowledge kind of probably went against me too, because I didn't pay close enough attention thinking I knew what I needed to do. But with that said, when my cleanse came, I opted for the gluten-free version. And the gluten-free version has different directions than the regular version, which I just wasn't even thinking to check because I was in a hurry. So words of wisdom, read everything. And so basically, here's what I did. You'll get a, if it's something you decide to do, you get this little booklet, and inside it gives you your flex foods that you can have with it, and a few of those, and your directions and everything. But in here, this is what I looked at. It says that you can have 2 scoops of your protein shake in each of your drinks. So I open up the thing and I start doing 2 scoops, but no big deal. Never even looked at this one. Now, I saw this on the front, and you can see all the pictures, and it says gluten-free, nutrient life, or nutrient full, and I didn't bother to turn it over, so that was where I went wrong. So had I turned it over, I would have realized that instead of 2 scoops, I needed to take 4 scoops. So for about the first 4 days or so, was not taking enough of the nutritional shake. And I did see a little bit of a loss, but not much of anything. And I was thinking, geez, why am I not seeing the scale go down at least with water weight, considering that I'm only having the shakes and a couple of these flex foods. So, and the amino acids, which I'll show you. And realized that I did that. So as soon as I upped the shakes, I started to lose. But then and that was in the middle, towards the end, or just after that point, I noticed that I was slowing down again. And what I think happened was that I was getting enough nutrition in my shakes, was perfect. But I was taking advantage of all of the flex foods. And for my body, taking advantage of 1 or 2 of the flex foods in a day was enough, but not taking all of them. So having too many of the flex foods slowed me down. With that said, I still lost 8 pounds in 10 days, and it stayed off. The day after I stopped the cleanse and I ate, I still did a shake, which I have to tell you, I'm going to continue to use these shakes. Michaela tried them and was hysterical. She's like, Mom, you got to make me one. You got to make me one. I love this. I love this. Which was very funny because it's a vegan-based product, and usually the protein shakes from anything vegan-based, vegetable-based, they are all chalky. And Michaela, with all of her food allergies, we have a lot of food allergies in the house, 23 food allergies my daughter has, for those who don't know. With that said, she liked this, and she can actually have this shake. So I made her one, of course, because I have extra since I wasn't using it like I was supposed to. So I will continue to use the shakes off of this program, which was a huge thing. So anyway, so that was kind of it. And my experience, my energy stayed up. I never got the headache. I did not get really tired. I was a little more tired in the first 3 or 4 days, but I wasn't getting enough nutrition. That's why. So, and I wasn't getting enough calories. So less is not always more when it comes to your dietary needs. You need to have enough, but not too much. There is that magic window in there. So I'll share with you exactly what I did and how you do this. And maybe I can stick underneath my time here if I get quick about this. So here's let me start here. Basically, you wake up in the morning and you take, you're not going to be able to read this too well in this lighting. Sorry for the lighting, guys. You take the master amino acids. This is what mimics the, as if you were having, it gives you what you would need as if you were eating protein. So without the calories. The amino acids are diverse and complete in here. So it's everything your muscles need to maintain themselves so you don't lose any muscle mass with this. In fact, it's a product that you can continue to use if you're an avid exerciser and you want to get more protein in your diet. I know protein's always kind of an issue for me. I'm not vegan and I'm not vegetarian. However, I don't eat much meat, chicken or fish, and I could go without nearly enough protein in any given day. So I really like those. I will likely actually continue to use those two off and on because I like them. So basically you get up and you have those first. Then you move on to your shake. Okay, so this is the shake that made me say, I think I want to try and I can do a shake. This is a pretty much a complete meal in here, and it is loaded, and I mean loaded with extra nutrition. So I'll read you a few things because I'll be all day if I read you everything. This has protein from multiple sources like quinoa, brown rice, amaranth, all kinds of stuff, all kinds of different grain proteins. And vegetable source proteins, but it also has a full mushroom complex, which is great for anti-aging, great for immune system. It gives you all types of different sprouts in here, everything from lentil sprouts to sunflower sprouts and red clover sprouts and spirulina, chlorella. I mean, all these different big bang ingredients are in here that help to rid your body of toxins, even metals. If you've been exposed to mercury in your fillings, spirulina or chlorella is a really good one for that. And there's just so much. I drink a greens drink every day because there is just no possible way that we can drink enough greens or eat enough food in today's world to get enough nutrition. No matter what kind of diet you have, I don't care if you're a vegan, you're probably not getting 100% of what you think you are. Unless you're growing it yourself and you're turning your crops over the exact time and you're getting the nutritional value out of it. Because an apple today, and here's a good example, an apple today has 1/4 of the vitamin C that an apple did 50 years ago. So you think about that. You'd have to eat 4 apples to get the vitamin C that your body would normally be used to getting from eating 1. And that's how it is with most or all of the fruits and vegetables that are out there now. Our soil's been turned over more. We have less farming area, and we have more people on this planet, so we're feeding more people, and they're modifying things more. Of course, go with organic. I can't say enough about that. That's the other thing I will say about this whole line. It says it right on the back here. Everything is certified organic, which is non-GMO, then gluten-free, soy-free, dairy-free, vegan. It's everything. So almost anybody can have this unless you have an allergy to something specific in here. Just about anybody could have this. So basically you get up, you have this, 2 hours later you have this, and I know what you're saying. Oh, pills, and I have to wait 2 more hours to eat? I'll die. I didn't. I was really actually very full. Surprisingly, you drink a big glass of water, of course, with this, and I always have lemon water in the morning. It stimulates the bile production in your system, which is great for helping your body start to detox anyway. I do that every morning instead of coffee, and I do drink coffee. I make sure it's organic. It's one of the highest pesticide sprayed things you can eat, or drink. Make sure your coffee's organic. So I do drink it, but in the morning, I usually start my day out with that. So I would have that and have my water and have my amino acids, and then I would not be hungry until it was time for my shake. So I'm going to pause it right here because I think I'm under the time, and then I'm going to make a part 2.